The Bill Gates divorce news came as a surprise to a lot of people, knowing that they had been together for close to 3 decades. It's speculated that Bill Gates had numerous romantic affairs outside marriage, a reason Melinda filed for divorce. This video focuses on the Bill Gates Divorce Saga, what you miss, and everything you need to know. Bill Gates' romantic affairs. The Bill Gates divorce story has been the talk of the town since the couple announced their divorce on a social media post, stating that, after a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made a decision to end our marriage. You might know Bill Gates for his immense wealth and philanthropic activities, but I bet you didn't know about Gates' romantic affairs outside marriage. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but there have been multiple reports about Bill Gates' affairs with women that work at the Microsoft office. For example, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times report of Bill's romantic affairs with 6 females at the Microsoft headquarters and some current and ex-workers at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Although the Gates Foundation denies claims of these romantic affairs, Bill Gates, in a recent interview, admits these sexual issues were a mistake. This is not the only affair Bill Gates has had outside marriage. The Wall Street Journal in 2021 reports that Bill Gates was involved in a romantic affair with a worker at the Microsoft office for about 2 decades. Yes, you heard it right, for 20 years.
I am surprised at how well you handled them.
It is believed that this report is the reason Bill Gates resigned from the board of directors of Microsoft. Although Bill claims he stepped down because he wanted to focus on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as well as their philanthropic activities. It appears Bill's romantic affairs outside marriage are not the only reason Melinda filed for a divorce. It is believed she has been trying to end the marriage since 2019. What could be the reason? Let's find out later in the video. Bill Gates claims not even half of his immense wealth will go to his children. Let's find out why. But before that, click on the subscribe button to watch all the exclusives about Bill Gates, from his philanthropic activities to all his tech news. Bill and Melinda Gates' children. Bill and Melinda Gates were married for almost 3 decades and raised 3 children: Jennifer Catherine Gates, Vivid L. Gates, and Rory John Gates. Like most children of celebrities, they have received the best kind of education and love every child could dream of. But since their parents are no longer together, there is a big question. How much do they inherit from Bill Gates' divorce settlement with Melinda? Surprisingly, Bill and Melinda Gates have stated that their children would inherit less than 1% of their wealth.
That is shocking. There's actually money in there?
They say that none of their children would have more than $10 million from their wealth. This is because they hope to strike a balance between their children having money to do whatever they want and not leaving them too much fortune, so they don't have the urge to work for their personal gains. That is quite a good reason. So if just $30 million will go to Bill and Melinda Gates' children, what happens to the rest of the over $150 billion wealth now that they're divorced? And what about the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Who takes what? And how do they plan to run the foundation? You'll soon find out in the video. Keep watching. The Bill and Jeffrey Epstein friendship. Although it is yet to be known the main Bill Gates divorce reason, his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein is certainly a key factor. But how can a mere friendship ruin one's marriage? It could be because Melinda Gates did not like the idea of a person charged with sex trafficking being friends with her husband. Bill and Jeffrey had become friends since 2011 after Jeffrey proposed an investment initiative to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Jeffrey did not secure the business partnership, but certainly found a way to become Bill Gates' friend. That's not the only issue Melinda had with Jeffrey Epstein. The Daily Mail reports that Jeffrey and Bill Gates had become very close friends, even to the point that Epstein had advised Bill Gates to end his marriage with Melinda after Bill disclosed his marriage had turned into a toxic and loveless one. Melinda certainly wasn't happy hearing this news. After Melinda's multiple fruitless attempts to end the friendship between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, Melinda was fed up. In a recent interview, Bill Gates stated that his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein was a mistake, and he regrets the day he ever met him. Does this statement support the claims that Jeffrey ruined Bill's marriage? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Bill and Melinda Gates divorce settlement. What happens to the Gates Foundation after the Gates' divorce? Who gets what? What repercussions will the divorce have on the foundation? It seems the couple's divorce will not worry the Gates Foundation that much. Bill and Melinda Gates have stated that they will continue to work together to run the foundation despite their separation. Melinda says this in an interview after their divorce.
Want to work together. We founded this institution, back in 2000.
And you said we.
Yes, both of us. I mean, it has both of our names on the building. I believe in that institution. I believe in what we do. My values are baked into that institution.
Also, Forbes reports that the Bill Gates divorce settlement with Melinda saw Bill's ex-wife walk away with about $6.3 billion worth of stock in their various companies. That's quite some amount, but it still doesn't drain a man worth $109.3 billion. Bill Gates has stated in several interviews that most of his fortune will go into charitable projects, which means that a loss of $6.3 billion doesn't cost him that much. The only loss here is perhaps losing almost 3 decades of relationship with his ex-wife, Melinda. It is sad how Bill Gates' supposed infidelity has caused his 27 years marriage. But what is interesting is that not even a divorce stops the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation from effectively functioning. I'm sure you want to know what this foundation is about. Our video on Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What the world's biggest charity actually does covers everything you need to know about the foundation. See you next time.